What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I have another video for you today. Today we are gonna do the maintenance on the Smartstich Embroidery machine. This is the 15 needle. That's what I'm running, and it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna walk you through what I do. It makes my life a lot easier, and it makes the machine run a lot easier. So we're going to walk through that in this video. If you're new here, my name is Matt. I own a laser engraving company, and I do it out of my garage. And I have now started embroidering. We get a lot of people with hats that do leather patches, and we started doing embroidering because everyone around us is full. So embroidering was added to our shop, and it has been a blessing, let me tell you. This machine has paid for itself over and over again. So it's well worth the money. It was worth the investment. But I also have customers that were coming here ready, so it made no sense why not to get an embroidery machine ready. If people are asking for it, you gotta do what they ask for, right? To a certain extent. Let's start out with, I changed some things. The bottle of oil you get is fine, it'll work, but it wasn't that great. To me, I like this bottle better. It's got smaller little needle deal on it. It's a lot easier to do all the maintenance stuff. So I'll have, for this couple of things that I'm using that are different, that made my life a lot easier, I'll have it in the description and also the first comment, pinned in the first comment. The other thing you're going to need is some white lithium grease. This is another thing you definitely need and definitely want. I use this. It's a blowgun deal. You'll see why. That's another one. And then if you're having any kind of issues, it's typically because of tension. So I got this tension gauge, which I'll have this linked also. This is for the top and for the bobbin, not just the bobbin. This does both. So it is a huge game changer to have that stuff. So when I turn on machine, I already turned it on. What I like to do is I come down here and I take out the bobbin. Once the bobbin's out, I take the bobbin thread out, so you're left with just this. And I do this every day. When I first start the machine, if I'm gonna run it that day, this is what I do. This is the steps I go through. Turn this on, and I just blow the whole thing out. Be careful not to drop it. You don't want to do that. Set that here, and then we're gonna take this, we're gonna blow out all this. Want everything to be nice and clean and tidy. So then what you do is you put your bobbin back in. Once that's done, now we're going to take our oil. So this here, you have a little dot back here. We're going to do like 2 drops into there. Well, let's go 3 today. Then we come down here, and if you look right in between the black and the metal, just do 2 drops there. That's it. Then we can put our bobbin right back in. Now I'm going to take this and do a drop into there. I'm going to do 2 drops into here. And then in the back, way back here, I'm going to do another 2 or 3 drops into there. And then see those little springs in there? We want to put a drop or 2 of oil on each one. You just do 1 drop and you'll be just fine. Now the reason why I do 1 to 2 drops in all those, if you watch Smartstich video, they say do 4 to 5 every week on the oilers up here. I tend to like to do 1 to 2 every time I turn it on, just because it's not going to hurt. It's, in my eyes, it's going to be, you're getting used. They say to oil this every 4 hours down here in the bobbin. What I do is every time I get a new bobbin, I put at least another 1 drop into there just to keep things going. So that's what I do. That's been working for me, and it's been great so far. So and then what I like to do is we'll come over here on the screen. We're going to hit this be like a gear with needles, and we're gonna go to needle 1, and that's gonna move the head over. So once the head's over, we're going to take this plate off. Now you got to make sure that, you see that? It's like a paint can. So you got to shake this up really good before you use it. And once you just destroyed that thing, you're good to go. You'll see there's a shaft right here, a nice silver shaft. You want to spray right here at the, well, hold on. Right here there's a aluminum deal it slides in and out of. You want to spray that. And just a little bit. You want to spray up here on this one. So you got both. That's what you want on that. Then there's another shaft behind it. Same thing. Just do one little squirt there. And then we have one more. And you see right there is where we want to spray. And that's it. Then I have a paper towel handy. Let's zoom back out. Have a paper towel handy, you can wipe off the end. And then you have to put this back together. Now, Smartstich, if you're watching this, you should make this hole a little bigger up here, so this way the head of the screw can go through. So then we don't have to take this off every time, or take the bolts out, because then you slide it up to the holes and pull it right off. Now this lithium grease one, you don't have to do this one every day. This one, it's once a week, they say. But I'm going to show you also that if you look, there's little slots on this metal plate, and you can actually see where to squirt. So once you have it off, you can take a look at it and see for yourself. There's two holes here, and you can see the blocks. So when you take this off, you can see what I'm talking about, but you can see where to spray. So when you put it back together, you can actually get good and spray right here without taking it off each time. So that is it. That's how I do the maintenance. Every once in a while, I will take this little blower deal here and blow the whole machine down, just get all dust and such off. But it's not too often you have to do that. The other thing is, recently I've been having issues with this, and the support team's been helping me, and it turned out to be actually a lot of updating and changing and things in here. So now, like you guys all with your newer machines, I had one of the first ones. I didn't have like a time bar on here. Now I do. You guys all do, so that's pretty cool. They changed a bunch of stuff like that for me, so now it makes it easier for me also. The other thing is, I do add lithium grease whenever I do this plate. I do add it to this moving arm here, and I just do a squirt on the moving points right here, and it seemed like it really helped a lot. I did that a couple days ago, and it's really changed the way everything works. Also, some other tips for you is make sure you have the right needles. So I went and got the needles that I thought were right, and I was watching other people or listening to other people and such, and you'll see, so see how it's 7511 up here in the corner, and everything else is fine. That looks fine. But then right here, this RG, it's wrong. So this one says bad on it because I take all my needles when I'm done with them, and I put them into this package before I throw them away, so they're not stabbing anyone. But right down here, I can't read those backwards, but you want to see these letters on there, not the RG. So I ordered the wrong ones. Now the difference, I can't be, you know, I would be lying to you if I knew. All I know is these are supposed to be a sharper needle, but they don't do as well as the ones that come with the machine. So I'll, like small letters and such, and my hats I was having issues with, it's gonna fix it. So I ordered a bunch, so I'll also have that in the link below. And then bobbin, I've been trying out a couple different places of bobbin. So is Sam Craft, and he's come up with one, and so far I have. I'll put that in the description also. Bobbin is something that I would say not to mess around with. Once you have it set and the ideal bobbin, don't change it, keep going from the same place. I've went through multiple different kinds of bobbin. That's one good thing about this embroidering stuff, is it's not like an arm and leg to order some stuff to try it. So a thing of bobbin was like 20 bucks for a box of 144, or maybe it's 18, I can't remember. It's around 20. And I ordered multiple ones from different brands, and I can legit say I don't like any of the ones that I ordered except for the one I'm using now and the one that Sam uses. I use that too, and they're about the same. I haven't had any issues. I can throw them in the bobbin case and it spits them out just fine. The other thing is I have now multiple bobbin cases, and I'll have that linked in there too. You guys don't have to buy them, but it's showing you what I'm using so you can copy it and whatever. If you do use the links, I do get like a 10 cent for every person that gets a link, and all I do is put it back into the channel. So thank you if you use links. But I have multiple bobbin cases, and it's because if you drop one, it can bend it where it won't work, and it's a slight bend even, and it'll throw it way off, and you'll see it in your tension every time you put it in there. So just have some on hand is a good key. I like to have one specifically for flats and then one just for hats. So I have a laser machine and I laser them on there. If you would like to have one like that or have them lasered on yours, let me know. What I can do is I can laser some and put them in my shop. You can just buy them from me. But see that? So like this one says flats. I don't know if it's picking up on camera or not. And the other one says hats. So it's nice to have the multiple ones, and you always want to on hand because if something breaks or happens. I am unfortunately waiting on my needles because I ran out because I had the wrong ones. I think they come tomorrow, and I only have a couple of jobs to do. So I am waiting on hats. Hats are sold out right now from Richardson and the couple of companies that I have. They have multiple hat orders, and I have to wait until they come back into stock. So until then, this thing will be sitting around until you get the needles and stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch all the needles at once. Needles are another cheap thing. Don't cheap out. If you start getting a lot of thread breaks and you never did before, just change the needle. And then whenever you switch the hats, make sure you guys are switching this plate, because there's a flat one for the flats and then the raised one is for the hats. So make sure you guys are switching that out. I like to use a little, they sent the screwdriver, or yeah, screwdriver, 90 screwdriver width. I don't like using it. It seems clumsy to me. So I just use a bit and it works good. Hope everything is going well with you guys. This machine has been, really, it's been great. The only downfall is the customer service is 24-hour difference than me to where I live, so it makes for some late nights, but it's alright. They got it running, and I know what it's like to try to problem solve over the phone, so I can't imagine what it's like for them with the language barrier and problem solve over the phone. So I'm impressed, and I'm still happy with my machine, and there's going to be more on the floor, that's for sure. So glad you guys got can't talk now. Glad you got to see me again. Bye.